So things are really starting to hot up now. We're getting to the business end of the season now. There's not long left and we're still floating around those automatic promotion places. Then this could be a great episode. Hello and welcome back to Zero to Hero. Today we've got a bit of a higgledy-piggledy episode, I suppose. We're playing Carlisle and then we're going to zoom forward a few games and play the last game of the season against Yeovil. It's going to be an exciting episode today. I'm really looking forward to it. I've just come off an absolute high. I've literally just played the last few games and I've just come off an absolute high. I'll show you why in a second. So obviously you saw us beat Grimsby 5-1 and lose to Chesterfield 4-1. Very opposite games, they're not very good, but since we've changed this formation where we've got lots of green arrows and lines on the screen, we've played really well. We came back with a 2-0 win over Morecambe. That was quite nice to see, and then I've come off the high with the Exeter win. Honestly, this was crazy. They went 1-0 up early on, Whitehouse pulled it back with a penalty, then they went 2-1 up, and in the 80th minute we made it 2-2, and at that point I was like, right, we're playing for the draw right now. It was a very tight game. There were so many highlights and Exeter came close so many times. And then suddenly, right at the end, Hernan and Harry Anderson scored twice to make it 4-2 for us. And I was absolutely over the moon with that because, I'll show you what it means right now. The two wins in between the episodes have put us third in the table. And crucially, it was a huge win against Exeter. If they'd won that game, they would have been on 76 points. If we'd lost it, we would have been on 72 points. We would have been 4 points behind them. However, as we won the game, it means we're 2 points ahead of them going into these final 6 games of the season. And phenomenally, we're actually only 3 points off the top of the table as well. So we could do like a Portsmouth last season and come to the last game of the season and win the league on the last day of the season or something ridiculous like that. But as things stand, I'm fairly confident we're going to be in the playoffs at minimum, at least. So make sure you get liking this video because obviously it comes out on a Friday. 60 likes a week is the target we need for a bonus episode. So if you keep liking the video and we end up being in the playoff episode will be tomorrow. If we get promoted as it is, League 1 episode will be tomorrow, but only if we get those 60 likes across all videos this week. So make sure you get liking this video to make sure you get that. What I think is ridiculous about this table is as well that we've scored 85 goals this season. It does not make sense at all that we've scored that many. Because in real life, we just can't score goals at all. We're really just not very good at scoring goals in real life at the moment. Apart from Crewe, we beat them 4-1 the other week. But other than that, we're not very good at scoring goals. We do have a good defence though. Our defensive record on this though, it's not that bad actually considering things. If we do it on goals against, we're kind of mid-table in that. But if we do it on goals for, we're top of the table. So yeah, it's not too bad I suppose, is it? But I would like to see a tighter defence this season. But it doesn't matter. As long as we score more goals than we concede, and the goal difference is the best goal difference in the league as well, who cares? Right, this is the lineup for the game against Carlisle today. They're sitting 22nd in the table. This is played on a Monday. It's like Easter Monday, I think this has been played on. So everyone is shattered after the game at the weekend. But we're going to stick with this formation anyway because it's this lineup has been working so well. So we've got Vickers in goal, back four of Habigan, Raggett, Dickey and Long, Woodyard, Knott and Boswick in the middle, Maguire, Drew and Anderson out on the wings. Anderson played absolutely phenomenally last game as well. And then Hernan starting up front as well. So they're tired, but we're going to stick with it because it's worked so well for us. Right, kick off here at Carlisle Stadium. Now, this was requested to me. I think it was like the second episode of the season, and by that time I'd already played the Carlisle game. So I thought, no, I've got to play Carlisle now later on in the season. Because if someone asks, especially when I'm, this kind of small on the channel, especially when I'm kind of growing, I'm on 600 subscribers, I want to make my fans feel welcome. Obviously, if they got to a stage when there were 5 people or 10 people every episode saying, can you play this game, I couldn't do that. But if someone puts a request in, just like the odd one like this did, I'm more than happy to do it. So I want to create a little nice community here, and if appeasing the community is by playing games that they want to do, then that's fine by me. Now, I don't really understand, are they Colchester and Luton losing? Let's pause the game very quickly. As you can see, Mansfield have just gone 3-1 up against Luton, which means if Mansfield win, they'll be a point behind us. So we know that they are losing. We're looking out for Colchester as well. Where are Colchester? They're losing to Forest Green, which is big. What are Coventry doing? What Exeter doing? That's what I'm also interested in. Coventry currently drawn with Yeovil. That's fine. And where are Exeter? They're 2-1 down to Cheltenham. So right now, everyone else around us is not doing well. They're losing or drawing, which is fine by me. Wickham also drawing as well. Missed a penalty. If we can grab a goal and go on to win this game, that puts us in fact, it puts us top of the table if that happens and results stay like this. Honestly, I'm over the moon. Absolutely over the moon how this has all turned out, because we've always been around, we've just been outside that automatic place, but if we can get in form now when other teams aren't and get into that automatic places and stay there for the rest of the season now with only 5 games to go after this, I'm one happy man. Saying that though, nothing's really happening too much for us, and we're actually behind in the stats, so we're going to go for tactics. We're going to change things up a little bit. Now, Bostwick is ridiculously tired, so we're going to take him off the pitch. I think he's more of a hindrance than anything else right now. We'll bring Elliot Whitehouse on. You know what we're going to do. Shadow Striker him up right now. Shadow Striker. Hanan will also come off as well. We're going to bring Pogba on as well as a target man on support. And hopefully this will change the game for us, because we need to try and do something to try and grab a goal here today. Anderson, though, is on the ball as the highlights coming towards us. So Bostwick, with his last little chance of the game to do anything, plays to Anderson, who puts it through to Hanan. And Hanan's shot just saved by the goalkeeper. It's a good opportunity there, but unfortunately for us, not quite good enough. Well, Colchester have come back now, and they're 2-1 up against Forest Green, so we're not going top of the table today. If anything, not winning today puts Colchester in almost... Oh, that was so close. It puts Colchester in prime position to be champions. You know, it really puts them in a great opportunity. Long's throw, not very good. Their clearance also not very good. It only goes as far as their corner flag, essentially. And Dickey is there to collect the ball, plays it out to Anderson. If he can whip a good ball into the box, or anyone can whip a good ball into the box, we know Pogba's got a great header on him. He can put that in the back of the net if it needs to. But it's gone right back to the halfway line, which isn't what I wanted at all. And now Warren for Carlisle has picked the ball up. So, unsure where this highlight is going right now. I'll report back to you when it's more clear. Okay, I didn't need to report back to you. It was very clear that the ball was played to Adams, and Adams came very close to making it 1-0 to Carlisle, who need the win if they want to avoid relegation, because they're in a relegation battle right now. And Warren comes very close there as well. They've nearly scored twice there. If we look down towards the bottom of the table, as it stands, Carlisle do go into the relegation zone. So they are desperate for a win right now, whereas we're desperate for a win for other reasons. But it looks like it's going towards Carlisle. This is ridiculous. Anderson not played well at all, so we're going to bring on Nathan Arnold for him, and maybe that might work. This is not. Where does it affect us actually as well? Because it's moved Carlisle way out of the relegation zone now by a point. It keeps us in that top 3, but only on goal difference, which is not what we want. I'm going to put this on tired players after last game, but at the same time, Carlisle will have had tired players as well, so it makes it a bit bittersweet. This I'm not particularly happy. I've come off that absolute high of beating Exeter, to now losing to Carlisle in a very unconvincing display from us as well. Looking at how close the table is right now, it's 2 points between 7th and 3rd, 5 points between 2nd and 7th. I think we're going to go right down to the wire against Yeovil. So I'll see you at some point later on this episode for another game. I just want to show you this little highlight here. This is why, if there's any reason that we're not going to get automatic promotion this year, this is it. I've just kicked off a game at Wycombe, who are first in the form table actually, if you want interesting information. Dickey makes a great last ditch tackle there. Vickers to Raggett. Just clear it, Raggett. No, he gives it away and they score. This could be the undoing, and Raggett is going to feel the wrath of me if it is. This seems like a quite nice little thing that they've brought into the game now. Promotion is coming up now. If we have a look at this then, we drew the last game against Wycombe in the end. We came back right at the end and grabbed a goal to equalise after that really poor goal that Raggett conceded basically, which put us down to 4th in the table, 76 points, Luton on 78, Macclesfield on 78, Colchester on 81. If we look down here then, this is what they're saying at the moment. Now they're basically saying that Colchester and Mansfield should be alright going forward. We've actually got Colchester to play still, so we've had some tough games. We have Exeter, which I didn't actually show you that, did I? So we had Exeter, Wycombe and Colchester in these last few games, which are pretty tough. And of course the easiest game of them all against Carlisle, we lost. That was the one. Port Vale, Colchester, Accrington and Yeovil. Yeovil is still the game that I'm planning to show you, but this is basically a little overview of what's to come. As you can see, Colchester have a tough run as they've got us and Exeter coming up. Mansfield, fairly easy run going forward. Same with Luton actually. They've got a fairly easy run. We've got alright-ish. We've got Colchester. Other than that, easy-ish games. In fact, no one's really got a tough time going forward. Exeter slightly got Colchester last game of the season. You know, it's just going to be who can keep the consistency, I think, because no one's got a tricky run of games going forward, particularly. So it's just going to be about consistency, I think. I'll tell you what is ridiculous. 7 minutes into this game against Port Vale, we're 2-0 up. And now we go second in the table because of that. Obviously, we're only 10 minutes into this game right now, so things can change, but it just shows how tight things are at the moment. This is the highest we've been all season if things stay like this right now. It's mind-boggling, this. It's just mind-boggling. So we ended up winning that game against Port Vale. There's 3 games left, and if you look at this, we could lose all our games, and providing that everyone else gets enough points, we could actually finish 8th. We can still finish outside the playoffs if things go awfully wrong for us. So it just shows how close it is at the moment. I'm very nervous going to these final few games. But sitting third puts us in an advantage. The goal difference here is the reason we're third ahead of Luton on 11 on points. But that goal difference is the extra point. It's so tight. It's so tight. I also just want to note this as well. Every single member of the first team is currently in the core social group. This is fantastic. This just shows how together we are at this end of the season, little run that we're going on. This is what we need. This is the perfect time for it all to work together. I'm so happy right now. I can't stop smiling, which is so stupid because it's a bloody game. So I'm sure I said a few, maybe even the start of this episode, that Colchester were favourites for the title after they went a few points ahead. We're currently 1-0 ahead of them. We could go 2-0 here as Maguire-Drew comes forward. Get it in the middle, son. Get it in the middle. He's got it back to Knott. Knott to Maguire-Drew into Hanan. Hanan puts it just wide. But we'll look at the table now as it comes through. As we're beating them now, they drop out of the automatics. We go up to second. Mansfield go top. I don't think they've been top all season, but they are currently top with 2 games to go. If results stay like this right now, Luton can move to third as well. This is absolutely bonkers. Right, so we're going to join back in the action here in the game against Accrington. We'll take you through things very quickly. Since the Carlisle game, which we lost, we drew the Wickham 1-1 with a late goal after they scored a very stupid one. A 3-0 win against Port Vale, who are basically relegated now, I think. A huge 1-0 win against Colchester, which I briefly sort of showed you a little bit of. That was a huge game, which means Accrington, the team we face now. If we look at the table, which is an interesting thing to look at now, we could see an automatic promotion today if we win. Now, if we win, Colchester and Coventry have to win as well. If both of them don't win, then we get automatic promotion, I think. So results have to go our way somewhere along the line here. But Colchester have lost their last 3, and Coventry won their last 2, actually. But the real issue is that Exeter, who were third, we beat them, and since then they've been on such a bad run, they now find themselves outside the playoffs, which is pretty bad for them, which is quite funny in a way, but it's opened the door for Cheltenham, who've been in absolutely inspired form in the last 5 games to get a surge into the playoffs. If we're not in the playoffs, I hope Cheltenham win it, basically. That's what I'm hoping for. So this is the side then that's going to go in the game is Accrington. If nothing happens or it looks like the other teams are winning and things like that, we're going to zoom for it fairly quickly and then go to the Yeovil game. But as things stand, we could win it today. So the team I've used this team throughout now. I mean, everyone on the bench now is looking cross at me because I've not used them at all. Habigan, Raggett, Dickey, Long, Woodyard, Not Bostwick, Maguire, Drew, Anderson and Hanan starting. Vickers in goal, of course, but I don't just say that, do I? Right, can we do what was not expected of us and go and get automatic promotion to League One a season after being promoted? The dog behind me is making some very strange noises. I don't think you've heard her make that much noise on a video. I think she's sneezing, essentially. She disturbed me too much though. This is what we were trying to look for. So, if you don't mind, I think I might spend most of the time sitting on this update screen. So we're looking out for, I can't do that. We've just scored a goal. Oh, Accrington has scored a goal. That is not good. That really has gone against the plans now, because that puts us down to third, which isn't bad, obviously, but the only way we can get promotion today is if we win and Colchester and Coventry don't. So, I mean, that's a bit of a setback now. And Colchester actually have gone 1-0 up as well, as have Coventry. It's all fallen apart for us now. If we lose this is awful. I feel like I'm going to take a little step back though, unless this highlight yields a goal. If there's any more goals, I'll show you them, obviously. But half an hour into this game, thinking that we could get promotion, it's all going to pot right now. All going to pot against bloody Accrington of all teams. Bloody Accrington Stanley. We had a great game against Colchester. Battled to win that. But now we can't even do it away from Accrington. So, this is not good. Right, well, we've taken Billy Knott off for Elliot Whitehouse to put him in attacking midfield position for the second half. Because we need to get some goals coming. Because right now, this is actually looking woeful. A throw in now. Long puts it in the middle. It's headed over the bar. I can't believe this. I genuinely can't believe this. Let's have a little look at what's going on here then. Coventry are winning, Colchester winning. They're both 1-0s. They've had a man sent off as well, Colchester. Just come on, Swindon. Come on, Cheltenham. Cheltenham, please do this for us. I just can't believe it. Habingham throw now. Come on. Into Anderson. Headed away, but only as far as Dickey. Dickey through to Woodyard. Woodyard to Whitehouse. Whitehouse a shot. And it's on. It's only gone in. It's only gone in the back. I don't know what the keeper was doing there. Do not know what the keeper did there. He sort of pushed it into his own net. But that has put us back into third place. It's put us back into third. Oh. Come on, let's get another one. If we get another one, we go top of the table, I think. Imagine that. Imagine that, right. Last few minutes, push forward, boys. Absolutely push forward now for your lives. For your absolute lives. Push forward. Oh my God, we're going to do it. There's a minute left. Usually less time than this for a... Oh my God, it's gone out for a goal kick. Or is it a corner? It's a corner ball. Come on. Arnold's ball. Raggett. Oh, just wide of the post by number 26. Harry Anderson. I'm too emotionally invested in this right now. It looks like it's going to be 1-1 though. As the referee gives us a free kick. The ball to Anderson doesn't even make to Anderson. It's 1-1. Okay. This is okay. I don't want to do the team talk myself, so I'm going to hand it. Oh, it's all right. Handed it to my assistant. He's managed to keep the morale going. That's fine. I did not know what to say then. We've now got 7 days to consolidate. Win the game. We're promoted. Look how bloody tight it is. Oh man. I mean, we're guaranteed playoffs now, at least. That's good for me. We're guaranteed playoffs, but I don't want playoffs. I want automatic. I want the title. We're 1 point off the title. Can you believe that? I've not been this invested in a save for a long time, purely because it's Lincoln. I think the only saves I'm ever going to get really invested in are Lincoln saves, because I'm a fan. But even throughout 0 to Hero or the Paris save or the Red Star save, now I was really into the Red Star save, but never this much. This is tighter than tight. I don't know what's tight. Yeovil of all teams. Come on. We're at home as well, so pitch invasion obviously when it all goes well. Oh God, they want me to do a team meeting. These never end well. Apart from that last time when it ended really well. When they asked me to do it with this, I'm not doing it. I'm bottling it. I'm absolutely bottling it. I'm not going to do a team meeting. We're in great morale, I think. You know, everyone's pretty excellent or really good. We don't need a team meeting. We don't need it. I'm going to come to regret that, I'm sure. But I don't think we need it. We're going to move Woodyard, swapping with Billy Knott, and Billy Knott come up there. We'll get Elliot Whitehouse on the pitch, shadow striker. Oh man, that's what we're going to do. We'll do a briefing. I never do briefings on here, do I? I always give it to my assistant. That's why. But we're going to do one now. I want to change my mentality. Actually, I want to go attacking for this game. Mentality attacking. Now we can tell them that. Oh, I've only gone and bottled the team meeting as well. Jesus Christ. Right then. It only comes down to this now, doesn't it? It only comes down to this. The kickoff is coming up now. Win, and we're absolutely fine. Win the game, and we're going through. We've got enough goal difference to see us through. This is what I've been talking about. Goal difference is so key. So key if you manage to get some good goal difference. I'm going to say it's all over to you now. Have a good one out there. They've listened keenly, passionately. They're happy enough with that. They're happy enough. Right. All we have to do is beat Yeovil. The Yeovil goalkeeper clearing the ball up. Yeovil are third in the form table as well. It told me that in the pre-game thing, which I'm not a huge fan of because it means they're going to be very, very good. They beat Mansfield last game as well, who are top of the table currently, so that's not great. But Hanan has been put forward. Hanan, he's gone and scored it. He's gone and scored it. 8 minutes into the game, 9 minutes into this game. We're 1-0 up. Sean Long with a great assist. Now let's keep calm because that has moved us top of the table for the first time this season. Can you imagine if we win the league today and we've only been top of the table for 80 minutes the whole season? I mean, it's gone now because Mansfield are now winning, so they're top of the table. But, you know, it was worth the little shout then. Don't want them to have any chances. I don't know how Maguire drew. Whitehouse has picked up an injury, but he's staying on the pitch because we need him right now. Anderson to Boswick. Boswick to Woodyard. Woodyard to Whitehouse. Whitehouse to Hanan. Hanan, come on, matey. He's hit the crossbar. How important could that be at the end of the game? Literally, imagine if they come back now and we've hit the crossbar at that point. Oh, man. Oh, this is crazy. Colchester are losing, or at least drawing, and Luton have gone ahead, so now they're in third. This is absolutely mental what's going on right now. It's so tight. So tight. I mean, I'm so happy the boys have turned out today because look at how dominant things are going right now. Yeovil goalkeeper with a goal kick, trying to clear it up the pitch. Raggett with a great header though, and it's fallen, almost fell very kindly to Hanan there, but it didn't. Raggett though leaves it to Habergum, who clears up the pitch once again. Lewis, his clearance isn't good. Woodyard collecting the ball. We can just hold on to possession now, try and build something, just get the tempo going as Woodyard keeps possession there as he got tackled there. Maguire drew back to Woodyard. Woodyard to Anderson. Anderson, have a shot, mate. Have a crack. Hanan just wide of the mark there. I'm very pleased with how we're playing. I'm very pleased. We just need to keep holding on right now because Yeovil could come back. It's still only 1-0, of course. Everything could change still, but I'm feeling confident enough as we go forward now. Woodyard to Whitehouse. Whitehouse with a great ball through to Hanan. It's 2-0. It's 2-0. This is going to happen. Oh, there they are. They were hiding from me. They're 2-0 up as well, so they should be fairly safe. And Luton as well, the other team, they're also 2-0 up. So all the teams that matter are 2-0 up. So it's probably not going to change too much actually going to the second half. So we need to keep on top of the game. As long as we win, we're fine. I mean, I was not expecting this at the start of the season. I knew that we would do well. Because if you remember on the PSG save, if you watch the PSG save, at the end of that we said, we're going to Lincoln now. Anderson makes it 3-0. Get in there, my son. We looked at the PSG save. At the end, we went to look at League 2. Because I left it running on purpose so we could see what happened. And Lincoln finished 5th. They lost the playoffs, but they finished 5th. And essentially, I kind of thought, okay, we should have enough about... How is this not a sellout? Alright, I know I've just been talking about something else, but on a tangent. But I've just noticed 9,699. Why is this not 10,120? The only thing I want to say about that is there's only 85 from Yeovil, so that's probably why it's not a sellout. The away allocation has been given to them, and we can't fill it. But that's actually annoyed me. That has riled me a little bit. I'd love to see Mansfield and Colchester start losing now or drawing, so we can go top. But winning it now is an absolute dream, I think. Getting third is so beautiful, so beautiful. Woodyard on the ball, through to Bostwick. Bostwick gets himself tackled, and now Yeovil coming forward again. I'm wary that there's 10 minutes left, and they've just made it 3-1. I'm very wary of that. So we're going to go to tactics. Whitehouse, he's picked up a knock, but, you know, we want to take him off. Woodyard can go there. We'll bring on Billy Not. We'll go to a standard, flexible shape. And going forward, I think that is what we're going to do and see the game out as. I'm suddenly very, very tense in these last few moments now. They've got another highlight. They've got another highlight. Can we just see the game out now, please, boys? Hanan, though. Oh, Hanan. It was a highlight for us in the end, to be fair. Hanan put it well wide. He should have scored it, but what do you do? What do you do? Billy Not then on the ball to Woodyard, to Bostwick. We've got a few minutes left to hold on. Anderson on the edge of the area. Gets himself tackled, though. Unfortunately for him, we're coming back on the ball. I'm calming myself down now. I've had to take a moment, but I'm calming myself down because I was getting a bit ridiculous, I think. It probably didn't come across very well either, if I'm being a little bit giddy, like I am. So, I need to calm things down and just hold on for the next 2 or 3 minutes before we get promotion. Come on. Referee now, you've got 10 seconds to blow your whistle, or I'm going to be kicking off at you not blowing your whistle. Woodyard on the ball to Bostwick to Not. The final touch of the season goes to Billy Not. And there we go. It's been done. We've achieved promotion. We've got what we wanted today. A thoroughly professional job. We needed the win. We knew we had to get the win. We've come here today. We've got the win. I mean, how many times am I going to say win? We've won everything. We've also got Shrewd Splendor and Europe achievements. I don't really understand what these are for. Europe is obviously promotion in a domestic league. That's very nice. These are achievements, by the way, that have just come through. I don't think you can see any of this, what I'm doing right now. It's all in this Steam thing. Shrewd Spender is you've gained 90% more confidence in controlling your club's wage bill. So, there we go. I think I've done a good job of that. And we actually, oh my goodness gracious. What happened at the end of that game that I missed? Because we were third and Colchester were second. Colchester drew with Exeter. Exeter scored in the 95th minute. Can you believe that? Exeter scored in the 95th minute. Wickham, by the way, lost to Stevenage, who were... oh my God. As it stood, going into that, Wickham were ahead of Exeter until the 95th minute when Exeter equalised. got themselves into the playoffs, knocking Wycombe out who had lost, and in doing so put us up to second, Coventry into third, and Colchester down to fifth. Honestly, that is absolutely mental what just happened there. That is ridiculous. Right, let's have a look at the news then. Obviously, we've been promoted, so we don't need to know about the playoffs. Teams promoted: Lincoln, Coventry and Mansfield. Elliot Whitehouse injured. The board set an injured budgets of £50k a week and £612,000. That is huge, because that's nearly double the wage bill we've already got. We're on about 30,000 at the moment, so that's, you know, another 20,000. And that's a lot of transfer budget as well to use. I'm not going to use that all because that would be ridiculous, especially at our level. But it's nice to know that I've got it. We'll praise Henan's performance as well. His 2 goals sealed it for us. He was superb into goal last time. I want to get him back next season. He's been brilliant for us. As you can see, 22 goals in 40 games. His contract at Everton ends at the end of the season, so potentially we could get him on a free transfer. If not, I don't know if he's even going to want to come to us because he's on 10 grand a week there, which is a lot, obviously. So don't expect to see him, but if it does happen, it will be a massive coup. And here we go, a grand total of £10,000 for coming second in League Two. Brilliant. What's happened to the finances? We're still above £1 million. Projection-wise, we're still predicted to... At the start of the season, it was like 100k. But that's never true, is it? So £1 million after this season is still pretty decent, to be fair. We've lost £1 million over the course of the season, roughly. We start with... It says we've lost 300,000, but I'm sure we started on like 2.5 million, so I don't know. A quick look at the squad then. Where have the goals come from this season? Well, we know where they've come from. David Hanan with 24 across all competitions. Elliot Whitehouse with 11. Matt Green only playing 12 games starts. You know, he started 14. Only started 12 games. He's played 24 in total, including subs, and got himself 10 goals. Matt Reed, bit of a weird one. Played 10 games in the league for us and got 10 goals in the league for us. He's crazy, isn't he? Jordan Maguire-Drew, a player I'd like to see back at the bank next season. Came in with lots of goals and quite a few assists. If we look at the assists, Woodyard getting the most, actually. That surprises me a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. That has surprised me. Anderson getting quite a few. Billy not getting quite a few. Bostwick getting a few. It's all been very, very good this year. And everyone's played very well, pitched in really well. Matt Reed and Ollie Palmer, the 2 strikers I decided not to use, have got the highest average ratings. We'll ignore that, but Billy Knott, other than that, has got the highest across all players. And then comes in Bostwick. Bostwick probably player of the season because 47 games played and a 7.12 rating. That is phenomenal. Right, promotion achieved, and I've got an awful lot of work to be doing over the summer transfer window now because we've got to prepare for League One. League One is not going to be easy. I know we've got a very good side in terms of in the midfield and things like that is good, but a lot of these positions we're going to have to get new players in because if we want to survive in League One, we've got to step it up in big gear. Remember, get loads of likes on this video because we want 60 likes across all videos this week for a bonus episode. So if you get that, the first episode of League One will be out tomorrow on the weekend. If not, it'll be out on Monday, so you'll have to wait a little bit longer for it. But if promotion and an episode like this does not equal a like on this video or a subscribe if you're new here, then I don't know what does. So make sure you do both of those things, and I'll see you in League One.